This is going to be a little bit of a different video for me, guys. It's going to be a little bit different. I'm not one to dive into theories and try to figure out collective conscience on why things happen the way they do. But I had to talk about this because I just caught up to the Black Clover anime, and it has resparked my interest in anything anime or manga related. And I wanted to, I thought about why this happened, and I feel like I have a good understanding of why this happened. So if you will bear with me, I actually wrote this one down. Not the type to do scripts. I'm a raw opinion person because I prefer it that way. But I wrote this down, and I hope you all enjoy. Do you remember the time Black Clover was the most hated shonen currently running? It wasn't too long ago, 2016 actually, that at Comic-Con International, an annual poll was held to vote on not only the best running manga for children and adults, but also the worst manga. And Black Clover was voted the worst manga among any age for anyone. Now, when Black Clover was first introduced, it immediately drew comparisons to shonens like Naruto and Fairy Tail. These comparisons are indeed just, because from the very beginning, you can see that Asta's actions and personality carefully resemble both Naruto and Natsu. Fans immediately shunned it as a ripoff because of this, and therefore they decided that Black Clover wasn't worthy of being read or watched. However, this slowly but surely decided to change, and due to the fact that because while Black Clover may not be special, it doesn't do the stuff that it wants wrong enough to warrant the hate that was given early on in Black Clover's run. Black Clover is a shonen's shonen. It has all the cliches, all of the character tropes, and that's to be expected. And reading this at first, I understand how it would turn some people off. But after reading and or watching, if you're anime only like I am, more than a few chapters or episodes, it reminds you of why you enjoyed shonens in the first place. An easy and relevant comparison today is the superhero genre. Not all of Marvel or DC's films do something fresh and new. You can easily predict the stories beat for beat. But when watching most of them, you see just enough difference that all those familiarities that are in every single superhero film actually remain positive instead of a negative. That's how Marvel has perfected its formula. And now DC, showing up with Aquaman, has proven that if it isn't broke, don't fix it. Simply add in your own flavor, your own little bit of spice. Black Clover's flavor is relatability. Characters like Goku and Naruto and Luffy, even Ichigo for that matter, don't have enough mass appeal backstories that can be easily related to amongst their fantasy settings. Goku's an alien from space. Naruto was a kid who was viewed as a monster because they believed he had the monster inside him. And Luffy was a pirate-raised child. He also loved pirates and grew up amongst them. That doesn't fit in our world on a regular basis. It's not enough that the everyday man can relate to it. Asta's story is more relatable in one way more than it is the other, because it technically is relatable in two ways. While him being an orphan is something that a lot of younger people can relate to, and even older adults who may have grown up that way, the biggest trait that attracts fans is his never giving up persona. The reason why Asta stands out is because he was always told he couldn't do it. Because he didn't have magic, he wasn't special. And he shouldn't get to hang out and be amongst the special children. And that he should just give up. Everybody is told at one point in their life that they're not good enough. Or that they should give up on something. Whether it be your dream whether it be a job, school, trying to get with the prettiest girl in college, you're always told to quit. You're always told you can't do it. So therefore, people can relate to that. And people see it and understand it on a level that works in today's world. We all have those questions in our head whether or not to keep going with something. Whether you're trying to be a YouTuber or you're simply just trying to make it at the local barbershop. And while many characters share this trait of not giving up and keep going and we're going to do this for my friends, they all seem to be prodigies in one way or another. Goku was a Saiyan. He was born to be strong. Naruto had the Kyuubi. He was born to be strong. Luffy ate the fruit. He wasn't born to be strong, but because of his love for pirates, he became that way. While Asta had to work and train to get to where he is at now. He trained his body to be that strong. He trained his body to be able to withstand those hits that he takes. He will always have to work and train because that's what his power set requires. Working hard to get what you want is what all of our parents teach us. And Black Clover embeds it in their main protagonist so well that the familiar story beats that we see in every shonen, the familiar characters that we see in every shonen with his supporting cast, all having similar personalities, the shy girl who's the princess who ends up liking the protagonist. It's all been there, done that. But it doesn't ruin the series. It also helps how self-aware everyone in the series is. Now, this just may be a product of the English dub. I have not watched the Japanese dub nor read the manga. So this could just be a product of the English dub. And if that's the case, I have to give a big shout out to Funimation for that. But the fact that the characters, mostly Yami, consistently roast other people about flaws that would only be noticed by people reading, such as the way a character is designed, such as a way a character's hair is drawn. We never got a bunch of characters in Dragon Ball asking Vegeta how he gets his hair so spiky. How is he born with such spiky hair? No one brings that stuff up in shows like Dragon Ball and Naruto. No one really brings that stuff up. But it was brought up in Black Clover when they was roasting Noel's brother with his braid. That was brought up many times. I'm pretty sure it's going to get brought up in the future. And I can't wait to hear more of it. But it's stuff like that that's relatable because we would notice things like that. We would notice that. Why are you walking around with a giant braid in the front of your forehead? And second of all, how do you do that? We would ask these questions that most shonens just simply ignore because it's a character design choice. While that is a character design choice, they point it out and they talk about it. And they understand that, yeah, in real life, that'd be kind of goofy. I get it. I understand. This is a cartoon, no. Let's roll with it. But we're going to address the fact that it's goofy. Almost on a Deadpool-esque level. And like its brethren, the anime adaptation, while not perfect, adds a secret sauce that lures in more fans that have changed the perception of Black Clover from being the worst manga writing to a lot of people come to its defense. You add in great music, which I believe Black Clover is king on top of having the best anime openings in recent memory. Despite the lack of solid animation and solid art, which is Black Clover's biggest downfall, the music that is played during the scenes, the score, and the anime openings and endings have all been good to great. I haven't really heard a bad one. I don't really like the current ending, but I haven't heard a bad one yet. So therefore, Black Clover has risen from the dirt up to the sun. And it can only keep going high. Black Clover's perception amongst anime fans has changed. And it's because of these minor switches in the shonen genre that was able to separate it from the pack. You don't need to do a lot in the formula of shonen or comic book movies or sci-fi films. You don't need to do a lot that's different. You just need to do enough. And Black Clover is proof of that. Hope you all enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next video.